Alright, hello everybody. This is going to be a very cool series. We got another impromptu show match. We're watching VP.Slush going up against VP.Rathma. So we got ourselves an in-game series of VP Gamer Happiness. And I'm curious what's going to be happening. We've already seen a bunch of games out of VP.Slush, and which is cool because I've never seen him play before today, but he turns out to be an incredibly nice guy as well as a skillful player, and I don't think there are many combinations of things better than that. So we're going to be pretty excited about this game. We've got this VP.Rathma guy who I'm also not exactly familiar with, but hey, he's going to be a worthy opponent, I'm sure. Highly ranked, rank 3 Masters, I believe, Slush was telling me, with a 66% win ratio, so he's got to be solid. Good, nice, safe play there. I mean, I would assume that's what I'm going to extrapolate from the win percentage. Because, I mean, just a tendency that I've seen, unless you're Combat X and have incredibly, and brace yourself, skillful cheese, because Combat X is actually pretty scarily solid player sometimes when it comes to his play, just very BM and very, very cheesy. It's generally people will have like a 50% win ratio if they're crazy cheesers, and safe play you get to have that really high win percentage. For example, Rhett is like 100 for like 11 or something for his win-loss ratio, and he's got like 1,000 points in Masters. Like, that's just ridiculous safe play. That's a Rhett. He loves drones, and with solid safe play, you can get high win per ratios like that. Take a look at Idra, who doesn't really cheese all that often. He's that macro guy that everybody looks at, and he doesn't really go all in usually. I mean, he can go for strong pushes, but rarely all in, and he's got an insane good win per ratio as well. Look at the Muslim, look at those players, and oh, Slush missed the block on that hatchery. So that's what I'm talking about for now. But guys, this is just like, sort of like a VP in-house surprise just cool show match between these players. Slush is obviously doing this Forge first expansion. There's the cannon waiting on the gateway, but the spawning pool is done, so to be safe, the spawning cannon went down first. This Overlord is going to get a free ride to safety over here before I'll probably get sacrificed to its death fairly soon. And with Slush's Forge fast expand, it becomes incredibly likely that there's going to be Stargate play. Just generally what you do off of this, but you can see that he's not throwing down any pylons over here. It's not MLGs, so he. Wait a second, is he still going to do that? I would really doubt that, considering the spawning pool is already done. But he's running in. Okay, he's going to go for the scout. There we have the gateway. Going down here, we can easily see the cybernetics core probably finish this off. Maybe a second gateway as well to put zealot pressure onto Rathma. That would be another very likely and strong option that Slush could go for. And looking around over here, I actually want to quickly, I think, I need to go. Yeah, I want to bring that down. Okay, there we go. So Slush is continuing to push forward with his tech. I mean, he's got the forge down there. He's mining from his gas. He'll probably get the +1 fairly soon, as he needs a Council, Cybernetics Core before he can actually put down his Stargates, Robo, whatever he wants to do. But there we have Rathma going for that 5-minute third. A very good response to a Forge Fast Expand, as it does allow Zergs to have a really easy time getting up 3 bases and a whole lot of drones. So Slush is throwing down the core. There it is. We have a wide open space actually. I think this might be 2, maybe 3 zealot wide to make sure that it's Zergling tight. I think 2 zealots can get away with holding that, but that is a wider choke than you would really want. Maybe Slush will throw down another pylon or something to make sure that link run buys aren't quite as strong. Alright, so now Rathma's continuing to bring forward a lot of those drones. I mean, he's now up to 34 drones, and he's producing a bunch more. So, very solid macro play out of him. Slush is chrono boosting out his own pros, and he has a single zealot here, which, if you look at this, yeah, look at what I'm saying with, oh wait, no, I gotta hit the right buttons. There we go. This choke with these guys is very wide. Ah, hit the right stuff. There we go. Now you can see how there's a large space. I think links can go by both directions on that one. and that could lead to some very, very bad news bear situations for Slush. Raz's doing a nice job of continuing to drone. He's now up to 46, about to get up to 50 once these drones pop, and that is kind of scary. But there is a robo down, and there's a Stargate being thrown down right in front of the Overlord. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. The fact that it's thrown right there. I mean, I guess Slush also doesn't have any kind of oh, he actually, this pile, he could throw it down the Stargate there, but still pretty vulnerable. But he's throwing this down in front of everything. He's getting every single tech structure there is. This is literally every single Astrosite and core building you can possibly get, but he cancels the Stargate, it seems, and now he's going to go for the Robo and the Twilight Council mainly. So I guess that forces Spore Crawlers out of Rathma, theoretically. I mean, there's his Infiltration Chamber, but there's no Spores. So probably going to see a lot of Blink Stalkers, Immortals, and upgrades out of Slush. We can see how his +1 attack is almost done. And that'll be a nice boon to his ability to be able to do everything he wants to. And he's going to mine there. Oh, the probe has minerals, and now those minerals are gone. Alright, Rathma, a lot of drones. He's now going to really start utilizing this third base, and there we have a spine being thrown down, but no spores. Which is interesting. He scouted that Slush was going for that Stargate. I mean, that's what his vision tells him. There's a spine crawler and a spine crawler. Were those meant to be spores? I don't really know. Oh, he sent in another scout. Saw there was no Stargate. Okay. Is it Overlord speed? He does not have Overlord speed. Or maybe Slush maybe was still... Rathma may still have had vision when he sent that in, unless I'm missing like a link run by or something that would make me look really foolish for everybody else who saw that. Still, Slush is getting out of third base, a quick third base at that. Rathma has nice vision of that. I mean, usually you go for like a 10 or 11 minute third, but 9.5? Pretty greedy. So now we're going to have this one Zealot being taken out, but it does have that really solid +1 attack. We can see that, only locks in one Ling, but still 6 Lings do go ahead and retreat. The +1 armor upgrade is about to complete. Roach speed is going down, so it's pretty solid standard play out of both players. Slush is going for very, very heavy Immortals right now. Blink is also being researched, which is great. I love the army composition that he's going for. Heavy Stalkers, Sentries, Immortals. This is incredibly strong and a great way to defend this base down here. If you can get nice, as long as you land nice force fields, you can defend almost anything that the Zerg throws at you, and these are some very safe cannons. This is a huge vulnerability. This is actually similar to the style that I normally do, but wow, look at that. Rather than going for 2 hatcheries down there. But you can get killed by a lot of strong Roach, Hydra, sometimes Roach Ling actually. Now you see rather than pushing in, if they get some nice positioning, they get hit hard, but this cannon is doing a fair bit of damage. But now we see him pushing in, and there we see Zealots warping, and we see 3 going down to try and make sure that gets blocked in. But Slush now bringing forward some Immortal. There we have some nice forces going down, but still 1 sentry is going to go down. We have this Immortal getting it picked off really, really easily, and now we need to see perfect force fields in order to make sure that these guys do not get a nice win. But Slush does have 2 Immortals. Losing that third one is actually a pretty big blow considering he has to try and defend this attack from Rathma. Rathma's going to push forward, and you can take out the Forge, but the +2 does complete. The +2 completes, and that is really, really bad. Now we see him pushing forward. The Forge does fall, but with +2 already done, that's not the biggest blow ever. Now we're going to see Slush followed up with double upgrades. But this Immortal is going to move in and take down those Roaches without too much difficulty. And oh no, looks like Slush is lagging a little bit. He was doing that before. He is in Sweden, guys. He is in Sweden. And I have never seen anybody love these double Forges more than Slush. I mean, he's done them in PvP against me. He's now done them in PvZ. I would assume that if we saw him PvT, he'd go for that too. Though Rathma's gotten a nice bit of infrastructure down right now. 72 drones. He's put a lot of pressure on Slush. He did lose a fair bit of units, but he also took out an Immortal or 2, which is so key when you are going against an army composition like this. Those Immortals had so much DPS. If you kill any of them, that's good. Still, his +2 attack is about to be done, so right now Slush and Rathma are basically even in upgrades, but we now have double upgrades going down. Slush is getting his +3 attack, his +1 armor, and without a Hive Tech out, that's not even capable of being equaled by Rathma. So you've got the Infestation Pit about to complete. We'll see what that's going to be for Infestors, Hive Tech, or both. We see double Robo Colossus. This is scarily similar to my style of play. I am actually feeling really good about myself right now. Sweet, we had Kizu doing something that I was doing earlier, and now we have Slush doing a similar PvZ to me. I like this a lot, though I don't get the double forge, and he's better than me, exponentially. Yeah, besides that though, I feel good. But Hydras are coming out from Rathma, and this is why that double Robo Colossus is so key. When you go one Robo Colossus, there's still a window, even when you have Colossus out, that the Zerg can still go ahead and just overrun you with that vulnerability. However, double Robo decreases that window much longer than going for a single Robo Colossus, and it's a significantly good move for Slush to be going for this army composition that he is. So we see a gateway going to be able to finish that wall off, and we look at the probe count. It's right now 67 to 84, and great spot to get the fourth down here. Unfortunate that Rathma has 3 Overlords staring right at it, so the timing is being seen. Sometimes Zergs don't see this for a long time, but now we're going to see Slush pushing forward. We see that the Overlord speed has been researched. We should be seeing a nice blink forward to try and take down one of those. There we go. There's that blink, but they'll get to the high ground. Will they still survive? Oh, look at that 9 health. Oh, it still got picked off. Wow, that was, that's why. That Observer was giving vision of the high ground. So that's actually a pretty big deal that was taken out. It's always good to reduce those Overlord numbers. We can see that Rathma actually got supply blocked because of those losses. And especially as he's now just finished Hive Tech, that's a pretty big deal to get supply blocked there. I mean, not really. He's not getting attacked. You can just larva it up and be happy. Alright, so now moving around looking for his tech, we see Greater Spire morphing very quickly after that Hive. Good timing on that. Do we have Corruptors on the field? We do not. So it looks like Rathma will be pushing with this army and remaxing, going for Corruptors and Broodlords. Although Slush will have his plus range 2's Colossi done. He's getting out his 3rd Colossus almost done. 4th Colossus slightly behind, but still basically almost done. He's not quite max. He's still got a ways to go. You can see Rathma's going to push in with a lot of those units, and oh my god, I am going to need to turn off those bars. There we go. Now we're seeing pushing in, a lot of forces being thrown down. We can see that Slush though has got a nice army composition, and he's got great forces locking in all of those units, and that is going to be hurting to Rathma's ability to produce and be happy with the fact that he can kill stuff. Because right now, we picked off a sentry that was almost full in energy. Very nice. Those forces do not quite hit, and it seems like Slush wants to be aggressive at the very least, diminish that creep sped, but we've got a base up here done. This base down here is about to force to be cancelled, and now we have all these Colossi moving down. This base is here. It looks like Roaches took down that, but there's a nice cannon wall to make sure that Slush can't defend, and now he's ready to be aggressive, and he will be doing just that. He does not want to give me time to turn off always having those health bars on as these are moving forward. There we have a big attack. We have all the Corruptors down there whittling down the Colossi really quickly. The Hydras though are evaporating so fast. We need Rathma to get out the Broodlords in order to have something to defend against us, but there's 4 Immortals. That is so key in dealing with those Roaches. I can see him actually getting lifted off down here. That's going to be bad if that gets picked off. That's a free bit of death down there, but it seems like it's going to get ignored as we're going to have death to that Observer, and all his Corruptors are not Broodlords, and that is pretty significant right now, considering that Rathma is now losing them for free. He needs to get those Corruptors out. He wants to have a hope of dealing with this, but Slush has got a lot of those Blink Stalkers down there ready to push in, and it looks like we do have Rathma trying to go for drops down here in the bottom right. He's going to push forward. This base is going to fall. That hatchery is now dead. However, this is death to the Observers too. Notice not a single Observer is on the field, so no creep killing for Slush. Small force of units are down here, and this is going to be ouch and hard. Ooh, free Immortal. That's always nice. However, this army composition is pretty deadly. Now we're going to see force fields that are forcing back a lot of those Roaches. Corruption being thrown down onto those Immortals and Stalkers, but GG does get called. Well played. We see Slush taking the game number 1.